When we were looking at the stand, we wanted something that was more open, light and open. Transparency and space was really important to us. We wanted a place where people would feel comfortable approaching for conversations, but also somewhere that we could have, sort of more sensitive discussions, let's say, or semi-private discussions. And so having something that lightness and openness that reflected our brand values as well, of transparency, was really important. I think that's been achieved for sure. Because everything's so much larger, the sharpness of the image and the quality for sure is very important, because this is the way that we present ourselves to the rest of the world. And so having high quality images produced well is very important for us, and we are really happy with that, to be honest. I love that our stand has like a stock room at the back. So all of the materials, all of the items, all of our personal possessions can be somewhere that's safe, out of the way, it's not cluttered and messy, allowing for the physical and visual space to remain what we wanted it to be. We were looking at a lot of images for the floor that would have been like solar panels and things like this, but because of the nature of the imagery in our industry, we felt that it would be too much for the eye to have that kind of imagery, so we wanted something that complemented the rest of the space. And so for this, light and neutral was kind of what we were going for, to allow the rest to stand out. It's not lost on us that when we go to trade shows, we very often would have a stand that was single use, and then we don't know, then it gets thrown away or something like this, and we didn't like that. We are in renewable energy, and we try in everything that we do to not be wasteful, and so having a stand that we could reuse was very, very important for us, for sure. Our bread and butter is selling renewable energy, but we try and work that into everything we do. We're called Ethical Power, and so that has to reflect on all of our work. So having a reusable stand that's well made is just as important as delivering renewable energy. I remember specifically in the design phase, because this spatially and visually it's not a simple thing to design. We found that process really straightforward. There are a lot of calls with the designer and the rest of the team. Everything, the backward and forward, was very easy. Having any stand at a trade fair, there's always something that goes wrong. It's complex, there's a lot of moving parts, and I know from experience that can eat time and start the day with stress. And so being able to just turn up and have everything ready is a huge weight off of everyone's shoulders, that they can just come and focus on what they need to do, and not firefight from first thing.